Hey, are you a runner? If you love to run, this Yin Yoga workout is especially for you. Today I did a good hour run and I'm gonna do a recovery Yin Yoga just to help so I don't get delayed onset muscle soreness. And if you wanna join me, I would be very happy to have you join me for this yoga session tonight. So grab your mat, something to drink, and let's get going. Let's get started. My name's Tracy. This channel's Downward Dog Rising, and I'm here to flush out any toxins from your muscles, any lactic acid, just so you don't get too sore. All right, this will be for muscle recovery. Let's begin. Sitting with the soles, the bottoms of our feet together. We're gonna do a seated butterfly pose right here. So just sit tall, breathing in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Feel like you're equally weighted through each half of your pelvis. You're not leaning over to one side more than the other. Just align your spine so your chakras are all aligned. Healing energy in your body. Feel that peaceful feeling of just being here, breathing, noticing how your thighs feel, noticing how your feet feel, your back, your breathing, and just be. Once you feel those hips start to release a little, we're going to elongate up through the spinal column and do this little hip hinge forward from the crease right here in the front of our hips and thighs. And just stay here and breathe. Maybe you'll cup your hands around your feet as you lift your heart. Maybe you'll use a yoga block and put it on the mat, the floor in front of you. So you could rest your forehead, your forearms, whatever you want. Bring the mat up to you. Go a little deeper if you can. Hinge. Remember to keep your breastbone lengthening up, up, up as you hip hinge over. Another deep inhale, deep exhale. Breathe into that space in the center of your low back. Feel those inner thighs, those hips stretching and releasing. One more deep inhale here. And then softly, gently come on up, close the knees, hands by sides, gentle little rocking side to side over the side of your hips. Feels really good. Return center. Let's come into our straddle pose. Extend one leg straight out and then extend the other leg straight out. And then we're gonna swivel from side to start releasing each side of our low back. So Sometimes our low back can get tight from running because our hamstrings are tight. The back of our upper thighs can be tight. We're going to address that tonight. Couple more. Feels really good. You have 3 different hamstrings, and we're just applying pressure over all of them right now as we push our weight down through the top of the thigh into the bottom back of the thigh. 2 more. Reach and stretch. Relax into it. Now we're going to come over to one side. Hands to heart. Rotate this side of the pelvis. Stay grounded on your mat. We're going to inhale, stretch arms to sky. Breathing in, elongate. And then we're going to stretch over to the side. Lift heart up. Reach over your thigh. Maybe your hands come to each side of your thigh. Maybe you reach over the legs. See what feels right. You're also keeping this far hip down. Just doing a little variation to get deeper into your spine. Feel inner thighs, your hips, your low back. It's like you're forward right over the front of this quad, your thigh, breastbone over the thigh. And when you feel that give, go a little deeper, give a little more. Acknowledge right where you're at and be grateful. Feel the give more. No force, just a natural release into it. A softness and yielding without force. One more deep inhale. Rise up, lift heart to sky. Excellent. Shake out those knees a little bit. Hands to heart. Lengthen your spine. Slowly you're going to rotate from in between those 2 shoulder blades, middle back. Keep this far hip down. Lift arms to sky. Lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Really stretch up through your spinal column. Welcoming in all that chi energy to replenish, to heal your body for recovery. Bringing arms down by sides. Keep lifting up your heart. Stretch over this thigh. Elongate even more. Breathe into the stretch. Find your edge. Commit to staying here. Feel the give, feel the release. Give a little more without force, without going to end range. Give yourself time to adapt and get there. Not in a rush. Lengthening breastbone over front of thigh. When you feel a give, go give a little more. Keep elevating your heart to keep that middle back from rounding. Keeping the energy aligned. Go a little deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, softly rise up through top of head, through spinal column, return center. Maybe give those knees a little shake out. All right, we got each side of our low back to release. Now we're gonna go center line. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Now make sure, keep those knees facing up, toes to sky, push through the bottoms of your feet. You have energy points directly in the arches, the soles of your feet. Push outward, activating your core, your center. Then we're gonna come forward over the front of our thighs. And just stay here and breathe. You could put a yoga block if you want, right in front of you to rest your forehead on. You could rest on it like this. You could even make a fist and then rest your forehead on your fists and just breathe into the stretch. Find your edge, commit, and just stay present in the awareness of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and the breath. Each inhale restores, balances you, your energy, releasing metabolites, lactic acid, bringing in fresh oxygen. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the muscle cell. Mitochondria produces the oxygen and uses it for energy. So give that fresh, supple energy to the cells of your body for recovery. One more deep inhale. Go a little deeper if you can. Slowly we're gonna rise up. Draw our legs together. Give those knees a little shake. Woo! Let those legs recover. Excellent. If you bend your knees in front of you, draw your inner thighs together. Press your palms firmly into the mat as you lift heart to sky. We're going to come up into our reverse table. Just press hips up, squeeze those inner thighs together. Keep heart lifted. Just openness across the front of your shoulders and your chest. Breathing in, breathing out. And gently lower back to your mat. We're going to come all the way down to our mat. Gently reach under the backs of your thighs. Deep inhalation. Exhale, peel down a little. Breathe in, lift heart. Peel down on your exhale. Inhale. Exhale, peel down a little more. Scoop your core. Inhale. Exhale, make your way little by little. Inhale, scoop into your abdominal wall. Exhale, feel the elongation, the length of that low back hitting the mat. Wonderful. Now, once you're all the way down to your mat, what I'd like for you to do is bring your knees towards your chest And just hug them in under the knee joint so you don't put pressure on the tendons or the ligaments. And just take a deep inhale until you feel your back fall gently deeper into the mat. And one more time. Let your sternum, your breastbone melt down into the chest. Feel the middle of your back between your two shoulder blades. Relax into the mat. And then we're going to set our feet hip distance apart onto our mat. Take an inhalation. Just reach those arms overhead. Feel those ribs expand. Plug those arms into the back of your shoulder girdle. Stretch fingertips long. Lengthen arms by sides. We're going to be standing on the back of the arms, the palms, as well as the middle part of our back, below our shoulder blades. Take an inhalation. Abdominals draw tight into the spine and bridge. Your hips reach far away from you. Tailbone lengthens. Chest feels wide, spacious, and open. Place hips down to your mat. Hitting simultaneously, avoid rolling. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Openness across chest. Tailbone away. Lower to your mat evenly. Inhale, exhale. Glutes and core engaged. Come straight to mat. 7. Abdominals keep pulling inward. 6. Reach far away. 5. 4. Hips lengthen to the sky. Feel open across the front of the hip joints. Lower straight back. 3. Lower straight down, and 2 more. Last one. Straight up. Feel those glutes. Straight to mat. Crisscross one ankle over opposite knee. Flex your foot energetically, opening hips, protecting knees. Reach through the space. Hug in. Use your elbow to guide that inner thigh away from your center. Stay here and breathe. Spine long into mat. Gently guide that inner thigh away from you with your elbow. Release from behind thigh. Take hands to mid-shin. Draw in a little closer and deeper. Feel that glute. Breathe. Recline pigeon. And gently release. Wonderful. Take this leg, uncross, lower down, crisscross the other side. Flex your foot. We're going to flex both feet. Reach through. Grab behind the bottom thigh. Flex your feet. Spine is long. Use your elbow to guide that inner thigh away from you. And breathe. Feel Feel that low back gently elongate deeper into your mat. Feel that lateral hip and glute. Piriformis, external rotators of the hip. Go a little deeper. One more deep inhale here. Gently release the bottom thigh. Take hands mid-shin. Pull leg closer towards you. Get right up at the top of those hamstrings where they insert into your glute. Woo! Breathe. Back is elongating even deeper into the mat underneath you. Relax the bottom ankle, flex the top foot. Oh, one more deep inhale here. Feel that glute, that tension just erasing, melting out of it. Ooh, gently release. Excellent. Take one foot, cross over the other ankle, 5 ankle rotations. Ooh, 4. Just rotate that ankle. Mobility. Reverse, other way. So now, keep ankle crossed. The 2 hip bones are straight, level. Tighten the 2 bones across. Hip bones pull horizontally. Scoop core tight. The leg on the bottom is the side of the glute you're going to be turning on. Now bridge straight into the air. The hips are level. Squeeze that bottom glute. And without wobbling, the pelvis comes straight down. Excellent. Exhale, go up, tighten in, lower down. 6 more. Scoop in, feel your glute turn on, straight down. 5. Straight down to mat. 4. 3, moving on the exhales for extra support. 2, 1. Gently lower, uncross. Crisscross other leg. 5 rotations of that ankle. Snap, crackle, pop. Reverse. Think of those 2 hip points drawing straight across. Transversus abdominis, collarbones wide to the sky. Engage your right gluteal. Scoop in. Exhale. Straight lift. Really scoop in, lower straight down so you avoid any wobbling. Lift, exhale, and lower. Exhale, scoop in, feel your glute. Straight back to mat. 5 more. Squeeze your glute, press into all 4 corners of your foot. Straight down with control. And 3, chest open, straight down with control. 2, lift, straight back. Last one, hips stay level, lower down. Whoop, I'm gonna do it again. There's that wobble, straight down. Excellent. Now gently uncross. Reach peace fingers to big toes, index finger, middle finger, or grab lateral pinky toe sides of your feet and go right into Ananda Balasana, happy baby, to get deeper into those hips and your inner thighs. If it's within your practice, you're gonna gently rock side to side across your low back. And then gently return to center. Letting your shin, knee, ankle be aligned. Let those hip sockets release. Those femur bones just fall deeply supported into the acetabulum, deeper into that hip socket. And breathe. One more deep inhale here. And softly, gently release. Maybe take legs, hug them towards you. Feel the backs of those hamstrings stretch. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Last two. And gently come in. Inhale to space mid-back between your two shoulder blades. Exhale, softly, gently release. One more. Breathing into that space. Inhale and exhale. Core draws in. Elevate head. Scoop core and softly roll up to a seated position. Next, I'd like for you to carefully come onto your hands and your knees. And I want to do a little cat-cow to stretch out your spine. And just stretch, inhale, really create length. Exhale, chin down, dropping your tailbone. Spread shoulder blades wide. Inhale, stretch, elongate. Exhale, feel the abdominal scooping in, chin and tailbone down. Lengthen your spine. And last two. Oh, feel that spine just gently warm and loosen, elongate. Releasing the tension, find your neutral spine. Front ribs meet back ribs. And what I'd like for you to do, we're gonna take our left foot in between our two hands, scoop abdominals in, support your back, take your foot in between. Now you're gonna rock forward and then rock back a couple times gently. Forward and back, one more time. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana, and Ardha Hanuman. Half split. Now we're gonna slow it down. Press hips forward, elevate, tailbone long. Maybe I'll move back a little bit. Moving back a tiny bit. Keep on at it. Inhale, stretch. I still need to move further away. There we go. You're gonna stretch forward. Inhale, feel lengthened spine. Knee right above your ankle. Press those hips forward. Let your tailbone drop down. Arms come around. Lift heart as you shift pelvis back. Gently pull this left hip back so your hips stay aligned. Half split. Ardha Hanuman. Keep lengthening hip crease at the hip crease, hinging over. And low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Elevate your heart. Reach to sky. Stretch that spine. Hips press forward. Feel that front of this hip flexor into that psoas. Breathe. Gently rock back. Hinge from those hips. Elevate the foot. Pull this hip back. Hinge. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time, lift up your heart, shift your weight forward, breathing in, press those hips forward, front knee above the ankle, elevate, stretch. Slowly shift your pelvis straight back, hip hinge. Align those hips, they're forward, pull that left one back, breastbone right above your thigh, breathing in. Breathing out, hinge, keep spine reaching long. Flex your foot up for a deeper stretch all the way up the back of the heel. Achilles tendon, the soleus, the gastrocnemius, that big calf muscle. The soleus is that endurance one. The gastrocnemius is more for power, jumping. Keep sliding this hip back, keep your alignment. One more deep inhale here. Gently lift your heart. Slide your foot straight back. Curl your toes under. Before we switch sides, pull your heart through the arms. Stretch those sits bones backwards to backs of thighs. Feel your spine lengthen in oppositional energy. Balasana, rest pose. Keep sinking those sits bones behind you. Keep pulling your heart in front of you. One more deep inhale here. Slowly slide hands under shoulders, rising up, all the way up. Come back to your hands and your knees again. From your hands and your knees position, let's take a little side bend. Elongate your spine. Bring shoulder and hip closer on one side. Feel the side of the waist lengthen and stretch. Lengthen spine center. Turn, shoulder and hip come closer on the other side. Feel side of waist lengthen, those ribs stretch away from the hip bone. Return to center one more time each way. Shoulder and hip come closer. Feel the opposite side, those ribs opening apart. Come back center, elongate, breathing in. And then bring shoulder and hip closer on the other side, lengthening. Feel shoulder and hip come closer as this whole side stretches apart. Gently return to the center. Abdominal scoop into spine. Float that right knee up. Set the foot between the two hands. Now we're going to shift our weight forward and shift our weight back gently, keeping the hips aligned straight in front of you. Shift your weight forward and shift your weight gently back. And one more time into your Anjaneyasana and into your Ardha Hanuman. Excellent. Now we're going to come forward, float those arms right above, elevate, press hips forward, breathing in, knee over the front ankle, low lunge, and then gently tilt back, hip hinge, extend this right leg, gently pull that right hip back as your breastbone floats forward over the front of your thigh. Into your half split, take the breath here. And gently shift your weight forward, reach over your head, lengthen up, feel that entire spine lengthen, drop that tailbone so you don't lose your balance. Elevate, lift hard, and gently shift back. Half split, Ardha Hanuman. Maybe flex this front foot for a little deeper stretch. Heart goes right over that thigh. Hips aligned. And one more time. Shifting your weight forward. Float those arms above. Press those hips forward. Drop that tailbone down. Lengthen your spine. Feel the front of that hip pulling apart. Stretching, lengthening. And gently shift your weight back. Making sure you keep hips aligned. This right hip falls straight back. Flex your foot, lengthen your breastbone over the front of this thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay here and breathe. Pull heart through, really stretch the tailbone away from you. And one more deep inhale. And exhale, lifting heart to sky. We're gonna take this knee, pull this leg straight back. And this time, we're gonna stretch your feet a little bit. Go ahead and curl your toes underneath you. Like a little pedestal to stand on. Float the hands to your thighs. And just take a couple breaths here as you press the balls of the feet into the mat underneath you. Stretching the toes, the phalanges, the metatarsals, those bones under the toes, all of your feet. Breathing in, breathing out, trying to get those feet to be more flexible, less rigid. Go one more deep inhale here. And gently release by taking your feet, setting them directly underneath you. We're going to interclasp our hands behind our back and lift heart to sky, opening our shoulders and chest for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out, opening shoulders and chest, breathing in, breathing out as long as this feels comfortable. And your shoulders are okay with it. You haven't just had surgery lately, then let's hinge over those thighs for a little deeper stretch into those shoulders. Breathing in. Feel those ribs expand. Breathing out. Breathing in. Feel chest open, those shoulders release. Breathing out. And one more deep inhale here. And slowly, softly, we're going to release our arms by our sides for a moment. Palms to sky. Take another breath here. Feel that stretch across upper mid-back. Sits bones continually pull back behind you. And one more deep inhale here. slowly walk your hands under your shoulders, press, and elevate your head, neck, shoulders, up, up, up. Excellent. And we're gonna sit facing front now. Gonna have you cross one leg over the other. And we're just gonna do a little seated twist. Sink into your sits bones so you don't feel like you're leaning over one side of the pelvis. You're gonna lift and lengthen. You could either hug into your knee or take your elbow to the opposite side of your knee. Stretch your arm up. Openness across shoulders, chest. Press the mat away. Breathe. Getting a little spinal twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. If you don't want to twist as much, just grab your knee this way so you don't over twist. Do what your body tells you is right. Only you know how you feel inside. Breathe. Feel some space open up in between your two shoulder blades, in the middle of your back. Slowly return to the center. Uncross this leg. Shake out your knees. And we're gonna go to the other side. So you're gonna bend this leg in, crisscross this one over. Lift and lengthen straight up till you feel your pelvis drop deeper into your mat. And then maybe we take our hand, grabbing this knee. Elevate your heart, twist your spine, press palm directly under that shoulder, and just lift and lengthen. Breathe. Being grateful. Bringing this recovery into our muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to go deeper, press that elbow to opposite side of knee, lifting heart, giving yourself a little tiny baby back bend right in between those two shoulder blades, a little tiny bit of back extension, thoracic spine. One more inhale, and softly, gently untwist, release. Wonderful. We're going to crisscross our ankles, coming all the way up. You could either have the tops of your feet down, touching the mat, or you could curl your toes under. For a little extra cushion on your knees. See what feels right for you. I'm just gonna move my mat a tiny baby bit. So we're gonna come into Ustrasana, a camel. So we want our tailbone to drop down long. We want to feel how we're opening through the front of our hips, our thighs, our hip flexors. Take one hand behind your pelvis, fingers pointing down, chest opens. Take the other hand behind your pelvis, finger pointing down, chest open. Abdominal scoop in, elevate, rise up. And you're going to just do this little hinge backwards. Modified. If this feels good, you have a stretch in the front of your hips and thighs. Stay here for camel. And if your practice brings you a little deeper, slide hand to the back of your ankle or your heel. Keep lifting up your heart and breathe. And feel that deep stretch down through the front of those hips and thighs. We have one quad that also flexes at the hip. So it's nice to get into the front of those hips, since running can really tighten the quads and the psoas. The hip flexors. Breathing in, breathing out, openness. Cross chest and shoulders. Really allow that tailbone to lengthen down. Expand those ribs. One more deep inhale here. And slowly, hand behind pelvis, come all the way up. And we're just gonna take our legs through, crisscross. Walk on through. Maybe again, give your knees a little shake. I love to do that. It just feels good to get all the blood flowing through. We're gonna end in a caterpillar. Inhale. Front ribs meet back ribs. Elevate. Hip hinge. Maybe reach behind the knees for extra support. Reach for the ankles. Pull those lateral pinky toes back a little bit. Feel the inner thigh lines rotate, twisting outward, spiraling outward. Getting those hips to release, those inner thighs to wrap into the sides of the hips. Lift your heart. Elevate, slowly stretch over those thighs. Breathe. Caution with low back disc issues. Flexing forward can sometimes make those worse, so be careful. Avoid with osteoporosis, this forward flexion. Keep lifting your heart, elevate, stretch, elongate. Keep lifting your heart, go a little deeper when you feel it give. Commit, breathe, be aware. Keep spine aligned, lengthen your breastbone. You feel it give, go a little deeper. One more deep inhale here. Slowly rise up, lifting head away from tailbone. Deep inhale. Circle those arms around. Reverse plank. Press heels firmly into your mat. Engage your core and your glutes and lift up hips. Stay here and breathe for a moment. Openness across shoulders and chest. Stay here and breathe. And gently release. Wonderful. Gonna bring you down. Bottoms of feet come together. Palms reach to the sky. Maybe your palms, and then move over. Maybe your palms do cactus arms, chest open. Feel that openness across front of shoulders and chest. Breathe. You can either go into your Shavasana now, corpse pose, arms and legs lengthening down into the mat, palms face the sky, your knees can splay out like this. And I choose to stay in this one to open my hips more. You choose whatever feels right in this moment for your body. And just let your body absorb the workout that you gave it tonight to regenerate, for active muscle recovery, active rest for muscle recovery. For those times when you feel like if you skip doing a stretch, you just might feel extra sore the next day. This type of workout will help alleviate so you have faster recovery. And you don't feel like you're stiff. With limited range of motion, this will restore your range of motion. Stay here as long as you please. When you're ready to come out, wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring that awareness back to the physical. Gently extend arms overhead. Feel how your spine elongates. Oppositional energy. Feel that tailbone, sacrum, release into the mat. And gently fold in your knee. Turn to your side. And slowly press to a seated position. Coming up. And we're going to close out this practice together. Save this to your playlist if you're a runner and you'd like something for recovery so you don't feel really sore. This is perfect for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always love having someone join me for a mat session. Bring in all that positive energy, that chi. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Feeling balanced, regenerated, and at peace. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. I hope this helped. Peace. Bye. See you soon.